the song that still to me, if I'm driving down the road and I turn on KC95 and it's 5 seconds of it, and still makes my hair just go Unchained. It's there's something about that tune.
That opening
the video,
riff and the power.
I mean, I remember that video was a live video, but that opening riff when on the Gary Sharon tour, that was the song they opened with.
Well, like the funny part about that whole thing was we toured with Extreme,
Right.
and they would sound check with like crazy Van Halen covers. Like they knew all those songs. Like
That's
Gary,
awesome.
they would do like Romeo Delight,
Yeah.
or they would do
Dude,
you
Nuno
know,
was one of the only cats who could do it.
Yeah,
man.
right.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally. Like that was like Nuno is another one of those like guys who is incredibly gifted, incredibly
Unbelievable
gifted
player, man.
player.
But tasteful player, too.
But his kind of starting point was Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, yeah.
And then he springboarded into something other than that because he's gifted.
Because he's Nuno.
But like I would watch them play crazy Van Halen covers that I was like, holy shit, they're doing Hear About It Later or whatever, and they would do them in soundcheck. And they knew all that stuff. So when Gary joined that band, I was like, "Oh, this
Makes sense.
This
Of
course.
is
And he
perfect.
could pull off both eras. And
Right.
And
Yeah,
he
he
sounded
really
good.
could.
Yeah.
I will never forget that show. You
Yeah.
were there too.
It was an incredible show.
And they opened with Unchained, and that was the first time I'd ever seen Van Halen. I just remember the lights being out, and then just and my hair just went like.
And he had that crazy antenna that was coming off the back of his guitar that kept his cable from like coiling up.
Yep.
And I was like, "What is that thing hanging off his guitar?" And that's just another thing. That's putting a Gibson pickup in a Fender guitar. That's like, well, if I have this antenna thing that sticks out the back of my guitar cord won't get tangled up.
Right.
And it's like.
Wheels turning.
That was
Yeah,
the tour
it's
that
crazy.
Alex was like, if I put this neck brace on, my neck. Terrible.